How's it going, you guys? Hudson here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys 4 common mistakes that I see almost everyone make when it comes to cleans. So this can be for hang cleans, power cleans, squat cleans, any variation really. Pretty much every single one of these mistakes are made with those lifts, and I'm going to show you guys how to correct that. And I highly recommend you stick around for all 4 to see if you are making all 4, or to see how proficient your technique really is. Maybe none of these are affecting you, but I highly doubt it. So the first thing we're going to go over is rocking back and forth when pulling the bar up. So whether it be from the floor or the hang, I see a lot of people, even from the get-go, when they get set up, their toes are extended like this and they're up off the floor, and their weight's heavy in their heels. So they got to think, they got to push their butt back and try to get their hamstrings activated to get ready to pull that bar off the floor. But if that's happening, what tends to happen here is that they have to kind of counterbalance, because otherwise they're just going to fall flat on their ass. They have to bring their knees under really quick, get under their toes too soon, and then extend their hips forward. And what that ends up doing is bringing you forward in the clean. So if you're someone that notices you tend to hop forward a lot in the clean, I bet you 9 times out of 10, it's because of that reason. And you don't want to catch it forward, because A, if you have to go and chase the bar forward, it's that much harder to kind of stabilize, and it requires more work from your back, which is something we don't really want to do. We don't want our back to work harder than it needs to. And then you might be the person that also catches it and has to go, whoa, and takes like 17 steps forward to try to save the bar. You want that bar to go straight up and down as much as you can. So whether you're going from the floor or the hang, set yourself up where your feet are flat, even when you come to the hang position, even when you go through, the last second when you're ready to extend your hips and your knees is when you extend your toes. So you don't want to be on your toes too early and then just shove your hips forward. That's going to push the bar out and away from you. Not a good thing. Straight up and down, not side to side. The second big thing I see is people just yank the bar from either the floor or the hang position. So, especially from the floor, I see people get set up and they just heave that bar up, and then their hips cave in underneath them, their shoulders are rounded. It's that much harder to keep the bar close, because now when they pull up, they're gonna have that bar float away, because they don't have a nice tight back to help keep it close with. And it's just gonna cause a lot of issues and probably have you hit a lot of plateaus early on and be stuck at 80% of your max weight for a very, very long time before you actually start seeing, progress and PRs again. So it's just like, I give the analogy of like a NASCAR. Imagine if you were in a NASCAR car. Is that how you say it? A NASCAR car? Imagine you're in a NASCAR car and it goes from 0 to 200 instantly. You would do a 360, you would go all over the place, you'd have no control of the car. The car, even though it is fast, it builds up in speed, so it goes 30, 60, 90 to 150. If you just went from 0 to 200, you have 0 control. If you build it up, then you're able to, even though it's intense, you're able to control that movement. So even though we want to pick the bar up in a nice steady pace, we are starting slow and we're building it up. So once you're pulling from the floor, it's smooth. Once you get to the knees, it's a little faster. Once you get to the high hang, that's the fastest part of the movement. Even if you're in the hang, don't just pop and try to pull too soon before you get that bar to the hips. Keep it close or right below the hips. Keep it close. Once you're getting ready, extend as hard as you can and then pull. Build up that speed of the movement. For someone that yanks it, I guarantee you, you're gonna be stuck at that weight for a very long time. The third biggest thing I see, people having relaxed wrist. So people think a lot of pulling their shoulders down and back, squeezing their lats to help them keep that bar close. But if their wrists are kind of loose, it's hard to keep that bar that much closer. And when your wrists are loose, it's also hard to then just go from here to snapping them around to the front rack position. So rather, even whether you're starting from the floor or the hang, curl those wrists in as much as you can. That'll help you keep that bar that much closer. And now that your forearms are tight, it's easier to drop underneath and snap your elbows through. You'll have a much speedier transition. So next time you're getting ready to do cleans, that rule also applies to snatches. Keep those wrists tucked in. It's gonna allow you to be that much stronger, keep the bar closer, and have a snappier turnover. The last thing we're gonna focus on is reaching full hip extension. This happens a lot with squat cleans, sometimes with power cleans as well. But guys and girls will go and snag the bar. They'll think, I gotta squat the bar, or I gotta be under the bar really, really fast. And they go, ugh, and they drop underneath, but they never fully squeeze their hips and put all the power into the bar. And what this does is you're going to then drop under the bar and catch it last second, and if you're really tight at the bottom, you might save it, but what we see a lot of the times, people will come up and they go, boom, and then they miss the bar in front of them, and they get slingshot back and fall on their butt. You want to fully pull that bar all the way so you have time to catch it high and then control it down. So I'll show you what I mean. First, this is the bad way. I drop too soon, and then I have to catch it dead bottom and then stand up, versus me catching it high like a power clean, so I have time to absorb and control the bar down and brace before I hit rock bottom. So those are 4 common mistakes I see people perform routinely. If you feel like you're making any of those, apply those tips and let me know how they help you out. If you feel like I left anything out and you have anything that's kind of bugging you or hindering your technique that wasn't addressed in this video, make sure you leave down below in the comment section. I'll be sure to get back to you guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for plenty more, hit the notification bell. If you don't already, follow Conservatory Fitness on Instagram, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.